The definition of love is to love regardless of what someone else does, is to give even if you don't believe you're going to receive. So that's what I did, and I didn't do it perfectly. I struggled a lot, and remember, love isn't just avoiding the issue. I still had to speak in love and speak loving kindness to her in truth so that she could see where she was. Good morning. It's dark outside today. I had to do this a little earlier. Got some coaching calls this AM. But there's a beautiful sunset just on the other side of the building, of the house. Now, if you guys are... Something that we don't talk about with ice baths that's really beneficial is the ability for it to get you out of your head for a little bit. When you put yourself in a stressful situation with purpose and you can breathe through it, it gets you out of your mind and with those overwhelming thoughts and puts you into your body and focusing on the breathing, which is really important. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know why it seems harder when it's darker out. I got my little light here. That's why I'm all lit up. I can show you what it looks like without. Today I'm going to talk about something that it's pretty vulnerable. It's pretty up there. And Jaleesa gave me permission to share this, but we got engaged just over 10 years ago now. And during that time I was away playing hockey and Jaleesa was home. She was a student and a lot of stressful stuff going on in her life. And she became sick. She developed an eating disorder / exercise addiction that lasted, I think it was 6 years. So 1 year prior to us being married and then 5 years into our marriage. Now, as a new husband, it's hard enough to know how to navigate marriage, let alone a sickness like this. And that for sure was the most difficult time of our lives and mine too. Currently, this one is sneaking up. We are in. It's very challenging. But what I realized in that, and thankfully Jaleesa is healed and she's better and she's helping people through her struggle, which is important. That's part of purpose, just so you know, helping people with something you've struggled with. So what I learned in that, because this is the mindset I'm taking into the times now, you can take something away from it, even if it's challenging. You can learn something from it. You can take wisdoms, you can take qualities, you can let it develop you as a person, or you can let it sink you. It's really your choice. One was that you can take things from this hard time and use it to grow and use it to become a better person and to see the world in a different way. Two, this is the biggest thing, and something that scares me a little bit about the times we're in right now, is regardless of what's going on, it doesn't give anyone permission to act in hate or anger to a fellow human being. The reason I took that away from when I was struggling, or when Jaleesa was struggling, is she was not the same person I knew prior. She was not the person I got engaged to, and she did not love me the same. And I was never put in that situation before where I didn't know what to do. And I came to the realization, and based on my faith, is it doesn't give me any permission to withhold love. So the definition of love is to love regardless of what someone else does, is to give even if you don't believe you're going to receive. So that's what I did, and I didn't do it perfectly. I struggled a lot. And remember, love isn't just avoiding the issue. I still had to speak in love and speak loving kindness to her in truth so that she could see where she was. But anyway, I realized that, and again, it was hard to navigate, but eventually I got better and better at just doing the best I could to love her regardless of her loving me or not. And I like to think that has a small part to play in her getting better. And that's what we can take into the time now, is it doesn't get better by people being angry and hateful towards one another. It doesn't matter what side you're on. If you're acting in hate and anger, you're wrong. So I'm hoping that that's something we can all agree on, and we can begin to have conversations with other people again, seeing their pain and not just the surface level things that make us so angry. Because as soon as you see that other people are just scared and in pain right now and struggling, then we can start having a conversation. Then we can start loving each other. Because if you don't love first, maybe it's up to you to start it. So that's my challenge to you. Deep and heavy one this morning in the dark. Duke's back there somewhere. You probably can't see him. Check it out.